Good morning, Prof. Lia. My name is Zaki Taufikul Hakim, and I'm here with two of my friends, Fadil Mahaputra Santoso and Muhammad Calvin Rulandi. We are from Group 9, and we'll be presenting our weekly assignment, which is about incorporating service quality tools into Kansei engineering in services, a case study of Indonesian tourists. So here is the big here as the background, the problems with today's market climate. So here we have been seen that there has been an increase in disloyalty among the customers. So these are caused by a few factors such as internal factors and external factors. Internal factors is like company's vision and mission and company's culture and also managerial systems. But also, on the other hand, there are some external factors as well, such as intensity of competition, economy of scale and scope, and customer preferences and demands. These, when these are not met, it leads to loss of customers. So, how can organizations win back customers? So here, to attract new customers or even to retain existing customers, we need to give customers a great experience with these two key principles in mind. The first one is that customer experience is determined by both service and interaction with the product during service provision. And secondly, customer experience is formed in all moments of interaction with a product or a service. So it's not just like in the beginning or not only in the end, but also through the process and um, everything in between. So by focusing on customers' feelings and emotions, products and services hold a great appeal to the customers.
Next one, we are discussing about the service quality assessment. Start with the quality function deployment or KFD. So basically, KFD is a service quality tool that helps organization translate customer needs into organizational requirements at every stage of a product life cycle. And KFD is using a matrix known as the HOQ or House of Quality to set target and determine the priority of action to be taken. However, the KFD is not provide the procedures for capturing emotional customer needs, and it does not distinguish between emotional and non-emotional needs. And the next one is the ServQual. ServQual is a model proposed as a way to improve the service quality by assuming a linear relationship between customer satisfaction and service attribute performance. But this assumption is not always true, and from that, uh, supported with the Kano models, which help categorize service performance into different types, including delighters that are not requested by customer but can result in high satisfaction when fulfilled. The beside of the description, there illustration, which is the integration of ServQual, Kano model, QFD, and KE methodology. When we're incorporating three of them, we'll aim to close the gap between the perceived service and predicted service for current and future customer emotional needs. And this study also have two main objectives, which are to propose an integration of service quality tools and method into KE methodology and test the applicability of the proposed methodology in services for Indonesian tourists. Next. Okay, in this study also propose five application framework. Start with the initial phase, span the semantic space, span the surface attribute space, model and analysis, and the last one is adjustment for action. And you can see it in the next slide. The study subject is the luxury hotel, were chosen as the study object to because they are considered emotion boosting and have a greater strength of emotions. The method is personal interview, face to face, and also the using a questionnaires and collect data from 181 Indonesian tourists. And then the study is modified circle model with 39 surface attributes deployed into 5 dimension. And then Kano categorization was inserted to give a better understanding of this uh, surface attribute performance. And this in the study, there are several execution as well as we can see at the slide. Next. Here are the illustration from the previous that I mentioned before for the phase in the study. Next. And then the several table that describe more further about the application framework of KE in services incorporating service quality tools for business sustainability. Like in the table 1, we can see 15 Kansei words were identified, including the convenience, attractiveness, cleanliness, welcomeness, and etc. And also as well as the table 2, which is a service attribute with higher number of affected Kansei word is given higher priority for improvement. Next. And then last one is the final step to engage the house of quality for closing the gaps between the customer expectation and perception. Using several steps. First one is the score for each week. Attractive attributes was determined, and also follow it with the incorporated the adjusted priority score and current importance level to calculate the adjusted importance level score. Next.
Okay, next we continue to the discussion and the result. With regard to market dynamics, especially customer emotional preferences for Indonesian tourists, not all service attributes were considered attractive and significant to their Kansei or emotions. Through the analysis of Kano models and Kansei modeling, there were 7 service attributes deemed to be important to customer emotional needs, such as the scent in the hotel's room and lobby, charge bills, all size of servings, the employees' problem-solving skill, employees respond to customer requests, employees' personal attention, and also operating hours. And based on HOQ with combining with the KE methodology, a service attribute employees' response to customer requests was found to be the most important. These service attributes relates closely to several managerial strategies or strategic marketing orientation. So overall, manager for a luxury hotel should take care of several important managerial stuffs, such as improving in the personal management, general affair management, do the employee training, improve the room service, improve the CRM, and improve the information service and some additional services. Next. So based on the Kansei model, the Indonesian tourists perceive Kansei elegance as the most influential emotions during service encounter in luxury hotel services. This Kansei elegance is quite related to cultural dimension of power distance. Indonesian has a very high score on power distance, which is 78 out of 100, and this culture explains the unequal distribution of power and authority. The luxury hotel is perceived to be tangible objects, which reveal the extent to which the service provider respect to the power of the superiority. It gives another practical implication that service manager of luxury hotel should take into account the impression of elegant when they serve Indonesian tourists. Next. So in conclusion, today's organization may be evolving dramatically due to the global change and individual preferences. This market dynamics influences organizational outputs and its strategic marketing orientations. Since in the trends of the customer in the 21st century are hedonisms, pleasures, and emotion of delights. Therefore, delighting customers is an essential key for achieving a total emotional satisfaction and customer retention. It requires positive impression and delays beyond customer expectation, and it is known as a long-term strategic marketing orientation that aims to achieve sustainable competitive advantage. And for the research, the researcher already conduct the Kansei engineering integrated with the several quality tools such as ServQual models, the Kano models, and KFD. This research has limitation on sample size used and relevant service quality utilized. Therefore, in future research, the investigation on potential service quality tools may be considered. And in addition, the use of sophisticated tools to measure customer emotion can be of a high value can be done, such as EEG and EMG. Next.
Okay, so here there are three main lessons that we have learned from our paper research. So the first one is about customer focus. So by delivering products and services that are customer focused, companies can increase customer satisfaction and attract more of them, such as which the paper suggests about elegance in the hotel industry. And secondly is that emotions matter. So customers' perception have shifted from a functional object centered to product and service experiences, which are tied up more closely with feelings and emotions of the customer itself. So when companies want to attract new customers or attain the existing customers, they need to target about the emotions and the feelings of the customers itself. And thirdly is that integration between service quality tools and Kansei engineering. So integrating between Kansei engineering and service quality tools such as Surfline model, Kano model, and KFD actually bring significant contribution and enhancement to deal with customer dynamics, such as which this paper suggests about finding out about the 7 features that are important to the hotel industry, and also about that elegance is one of the main feature that are needed in Indonesian tourism. Okay, so here is the reference for our paper, and that's all from our group presentation. Thank you.